What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin. What I want to talk about in this video is what was EA and or Microsoft trying to accomplish by withholding and delaying, withholding information and delaying, the release of Titanfall on the Xbox 360. Now we know it came out today. That's really one reason I wanted to make this video because I kind of thought about it a little bit. A lot of people really didn't think about it anymore, obviously because the game came out, and then that's pretty much behind them. But I did want to ask that question was because before today, I want to say before Saturday and Sunday, we still saw zero gameplay on the Xbox 360 version. We didn't see any pics. All we really got was tidbits of news. You had the, I think it was Blue Point. You had some of the devs come out and say, you're gonna get a really good experience from the 360 for the 360 version of Titanfall. I can take your word for it, but aren't you supposed to say that? So, really, most people go off seeing gameplay. Most people don't go off word of mouth, especially when you're talking about, if a game looks good or plays well. You only go off what you actually see with your own eyes. And up to that point, we saw absolutely nothing. Now, if you look back, I believe a day or two ago, there were people streaming it on Twitch who got the game early. From what we saw, obviously it's on 8-9-year-old hardware with the 360, in comparison to the one, or especially the PC. Obviously did not, in terms of resolution, and or graphics or performance, it didn't look as good as those versions. And we all expected that coming in. We didn't expect it to look as good as that. A lot of people were going with the assumption they were holding it back because it actually looked just as, it was going to be a slight downgrade to the one, pretty much making the purchase for the one invalid, where you could just get it on 360. You won't have to drop $500. A lot of people were saying that. And I wouldn't necessarily say it is kind of a reason, because it actually doesn't, it doesn't play that bad, but it's still, you can still tell the Xbox One version it's a far superior to the 360 version. But a lot of people were going with that theory. Another theory was, which they kind of coincide with, they were doing it to sell more Xbox Ones, by using, people that just had a 360, by using that demand for the game to really push sales on the Xbox One. You had the people that wanted to play it so bad. It's like, nah, I'm not gonna wait essentially almost another month to play a game that I can play now if I go out and buy Xbox One. They even, as we well know, they even packaged it, the Xbox One, with pretty much a free copy of Titanfall for the regular price of just the Xbox One. Amazon and Walmart even dropped the price of the Xbox One by I believe it was by $50, so they could push out more Xbox One. So they were really they were really trying to get the game out on Xbox One. Most of the marketing you saw, it was Xbox One gameplay footage. You saw some you saw obviously the PC version, but it was mainly the Xbox One. We know Microsoft had a huge deal, exclusive deal with EA. So this was the game that they were gonna say, this is the game that worth getting the Xbox One for. This game was gonna make you want to get the Xbox One. And I think that was a big reason, because for the delays of the 360, because they want to market their new console. They don't want people to stick on the 360. They feel as though we're gonna support the 360, but the 360's days are numbered. Xbox One is is the future of the company in terms of console gaming. And I think, you know, they were doing it mainly for the sales. I also think another was to get the game to run at the resolution that they really wanted it to be at, because I believe it was running below 30 frames. It still doesn't run at a really great frame rate. Actually runs a lot better than I thought, especially after hearing the news about the frame rate issues. I thought it was going to come in running terrible. Still doesn't run great at all, but it runs a lot better than I thought. I expected it to be really bad. But as I said, I think, you know, it was mainly two reasons that they did it. They did it so they could maximize profit on the Xbox One, and also you know, optimize the game, make sure, you know, that they didn't really cheat the 360 people, even though, you know, for the most part they got what they wanted in terms of the 360, the one, the sales, you know, the sales were great. You can even look at the sales of Titanfall on the one. I think it's well over 1 million for just the one itself. I have to go check the numbers, but this was in about a week for, you know, for an exclusive game that has about a little bit over, I believe, about a 4.4 million sub base. So I mean install base. So I thought that, you know, it did really good. But, you know, that's my 2 cents on the whole, you know, Xbox One Titanfall thing. Let me know what you think down in the comment section about it. Please hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and subscribe. I will definitely be doing more retro game videos, talking about whatever. Thanks for watching.